Slimmers World Miss Bikini Philippines is made possible by Slimmers World International, Slimmers World Body Spa, and Slimmers World Face and Skin Clinic. Slimmers World Miss Bikini Philippines is made possible by Slimmers World International, Slimmers World Body Spa, and Slimmers World Face and Skin Clinic.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we have reached the point where we get to see how our candidates are living up to the title Miss Bikini Philippines. We will now see our 25 candidates take to the stage in their bikini best in the much-awaited swimsuit competition.
It's summertime!
Candidate number 1, representing Slimmers World Alabang and measuring at 32.5, 24.5, 35.5. Here's 22-year-old Miss Lovely Matola. Candidate number 2 is 21-year-old Cristel Inigo. She measures 30 3/4, 25, 34.5, and she represents Slimmers World Binondo. Representing Caloocan branch is candidate number 3, 19-year-old Gladys Jane Calungsod, and she measures 31 3/4, 24.5, and 34.5. Candidate number 5 measures 31 1/4, 24.5, 32 1/4, representing Slimmers World Pasig, 19-year-old tourism student Pia Angela Lesaca. Number 6 is Felissa Joy Morales, and she measures 31, 23 1/4, 33.5, and she represents Slimmers World Subic. Measuring at 31 3/4, 24.5, 33.5 is candidate number 7, and she represents SM City Branch. She is 23-year-old Beverly Ann Dumont. Next is candidate number 8, Aubrey Rose Abarcar. She is 19 years old and measures 30, 25, 33.5, and she represents Slimmers World Legazpi. At 17 years old, our next candidate is Cara Tan, and she measures 32.5, 22, 32 1/4, and she represents Slimmers World Caloocan. Our next candidate is candidate number 10, and she represents Slimmers World Subic. She is 25 years old, Charmaine Del Rosario, and she measures 33, 26, and 35 1/4. Next is candidate number 11, and she represents Slimmers World Pasay Road, and she measures 33.5, 24.5, and 33.5. Our next candidate is 19 years old, Cristel Presado. Candidate number 12 is 23-year-old Catherine Joy Magat. She measures 31.5, 26, 33 1/4, and represents Trafalgar Branch. Candidate number 13 is a 24-year-old Melissa Cruz. She measures 33 3/4, 25 1/4, and 33 3/4, and she represents Slimmers World Legazpi. Slimmers World SM Mega Mall Branch. She measures 31 3/4, 24, 33 1/2. Here is candidate number 14, 19-year-old Astrid Adrian May Hernandez. Candidate number 15 is 21-year-old Maria Elena Lopena. She measures 31, 24.5, 35 3/4, and she represents SM City Branch. Measuring at 34, 24.5, and 34, representing Slimmers World Cebu, is candidate number 16. She is 21 years old, Cheryl Arevalo. 32, 23, and 32.5 is candidate number 17. It's 20-year-old Beauty Hannah Leia Pasudag. She is representing Slimmers World Green Hills. Our next candidate is candidate number 18. She is 21-year-old Erica Grace Padilla, and she measures 35 3/4, 27, 36, and she represents Slimmers World Pasig Branch. measuring at 34 and a quarter, 27 and a half, and 35 and a half, and representing Slimmers World Adriatico is 18-year-old candidate number 19, Nadine Ignacio. Candidate number 20 is 23-year-old Ras Ragin. She measures 32 and a half, 25, and 35, and she represents Binondo branch. From Pasay Road branch is candidate number 21, 18 years old, Cecil Ria Rabahante, and she measures 31 and 3/4, 24 and 3/4, and 34. Our youngest candidate, and she represents Slimmers World Adriatico, and she measures 33 and a half, 25, 34. She is candidate number 22, Pearl Kelly. Up next is candidate number 23, a 20-year-old Joyce Peñanueva, and she represents SM Megaball branch, and she measures 32 and a half, 26, 35 and a quarter. At 20 years old, candidate number 24, Samantha De Leon. She measures at 31 and 3/4, 25 and a quarter, and 33 and 3/4, and she represents Slimmers World Green Hills. Last and definitely not least, measuring at 34, 26, 34 is candidate number 25, 19-year-old Angelica Briagas, and she represents Slimmers World Alabang.
We would like to thank Ricky Swimwear for their swimsuits tonight.
So, you know, Bianca, I am still very much conscious and lucid enough to take us to the next segment of our competition, the awarding of our special awards. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our first award is for the candidate who best projected herself